In this video, I'm going to reveal the number one biggest thing that holds most people back. Stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Stephen Scoggins again with the Journey Principles Institute, and this channel is all about helping you go from stuck to unstoppable in any area of your life with life strategies that actually work. As I've been traveling around the country, this one question comes up all the time, and that is, what's the number one thing that tends to hold people back in their lives? And it kind of builds off of that with, how do I remove it? Now, I'll be honest, questions like this one can usually feel a little bit loaded, but this one actually is quite simple. The number one thing that I've found that holds people back is their ability to control their thoughts, their emotions, their attitude, and their actions. That thing is called personal self-awareness. And no matter how self-aware you think you might be at this moment in time, there's always a greater level of maturity and awareness that you can achieve. High levels of self-awareness take time to build and develop. The only way to get there is by starting the actual journey. I learned this the hard way several years ago when I overheard a former team member say, "That's just Stephen, you'll get used to him." As you can imagine, it both hurt me to hear that, and it made me question why they would even have to say that to begin with. I didn't want to be the type of person that someone had to get used to. I wanted to be the kind of person that everybody enjoyed hanging out with, spending time with, getting to know, trusting, following, if you will, even in business. Now, I realized that I have to be driven to be an entrepreneur and live a life like that every day. But I also learned that how you conduct yourself around others is a direct reflection of your personal self-awareness. I had no idea that I even had that type of problem. And let's be honest, you may not either. But we all have the opportunity to grow and develop into a person who can both be selfless and a go-getter. I want you to always remember this sentence. You can't change what you don't understand. Let me say that again. You can't change what you don't understand. And it's very possible that the person who's staring back at you in the mirror every morning is the largest roadblock in your current advancement. But just like for me, it doesn't have to stay that way. There are simply a few areas you need to get clarity on in order to be the best you can possibly be. And here's why. Your intentions may be pure, but you won't get the advancement you need until after your intentions match your actions. There's an old saying that we always judge ourselves by our intentions, but everybody else around us judges us by our actions. So in order to become more self-aware, there are a few key steps I think that you can use to help move you forward and finally make some progress. Step 1, discover more about yourself, your tendencies, your drivers, your motivations, your core values, what you stand for, what you stand against, your type of communication style you use, what types of strengths do you have, what type of struggles do you have, or what types of blind spots do you have. And once you get clear on that, you can actually move to step 2. Which is to be in a constant state of self-reflection. Always be willing to look at yourself objectively. Keep a journal. Write down your goals, your plans, and your priorities. Perform a daily technique of self-reflection. Practice prayer and meditation or other mindfulness types of habits. Take a personality assessment. We even have one here for free. Or other psychosomatic tests. Ask trusted friends to describe your top strengths and some of your blind spots. A lot of times, many of our self-awareness issues are hidden behind our greatest insecurities. And as a result, we do our best to hide it from the world and overcompensate our insecurities while we're kind of wearing a mask. For example, when I was growing up, parts of my life did not provide a lot of affirmation and security. And as you can imagine, on the inside, I was a very insecure person. And in an effort to compensate for that, I would accidentally come across as arrogant, boastful, and prideful, which was the furthest from what I wanted to be. These are qualities that I totally didn't want to be part of my life. All of our greatest insecurities and fears show themselves as areas we are trying to hide from the world. I finally learned that the best way to deal with those areas was to simply acknowledge them, even publicly from time to time, oftentimes giving the credit from people who deserved it. It's totally okay to admit to yourself when you've made a mistake and to call yourself out on it, and to tell others you're a work in progress. There's no harm, no foul. What you don't want to do is continue to overstep your boundaries by accident. In fact, most of the time, people will respect you more because you do call yourself out when you mess up, and you simply say, "I'm sorry for doing that." Are you noticing a theme here? You need to acknowledge the things that you're insecure about before you can fix them. And overcompensating with a false mask that you've put on to cover up those insecurities is never going to be the answer. In fact, it's going to hold you back 5, 10, or even 15 years. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to step number 3. Step 3 is to focus on the weakest area and then get to work. Go ahead and take the personality assessment to get clear on your strengths, your struggles, and your blind spot. Acknowledge what needs to be improved and make it top of mind instead of just a regular thought. The next thing I love the most as part of step 3 is to get out and put some things into practice, including serving the community. When you serve the community, it tends to build more confidence while you're developing authentic humility in the form of service and connection. If you truly want to win at life, nothing more brings more positive results than constant and vigilant focus on personal development. As your personal development continues to take shape and your self-awareness heightens, you'll see better relationships form and more opportunities come your way. Why? Because people will want to do more with you and for you. Also, if you want to save yourself hundreds of dollars on a fancy personality assessment, I'd like to invite everyone watching this video to take the Journey Principles Peak Performance Assessment for free. I've chosen to make this available for a limited time here on YouTube for our audience here because you guys are awesome, you guys have us growing, and you guys are why we're here. When you take advantage of this, you'll get both a summary and an 80-page detailed report on your personality style, your values, your strengths, and even some of your blind spots, so you can finally get a head start on your own self-awareness journey. In order to take advantage of the assessment, go ahead and simply go to the description and click the link. In the meantime, I believe you can do this. You're well on your way. Keep coming back here for more free content, more free steps forward, and we will help you win at your life. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. In the meantime, if you want to do a deeper dive, I created this incredible custom playlist right here at the bottom here on Life Mastery 101 to help you start digesting life mastery content, make it simple. And I've also done this brand spanking new video right here. It's called Influences on the Whiteboard. I break down the 5 different influences that shape you, define you, and help you move forward. So make sure you check out that video or check out that playlist. In the meantime, don't forget to smash the bell, hit subscribe, tell a friend, like, share, and comment. We love you. We believe in you. Keep it moving forward, and we'll see you soon. Take care.